Is Tesla or any other electric vehicle and solar system expensive? In this video I'm going to talk about pricing of this amazing technology. As always, it's an economy of scale. The first products of this new thing are always more expensive, and those who buy them, they pay higher price than those who come years after it started. So once the technology, and it is getting actually cheaper, especially we've seen this with solar. Over the past 10 years, the prices of solar have come down dramatically, and the same thing is expected of electric vehicles. As the battery cost is coming down, we'll see more and more of these on the roads, whether some people like it or not. And it's amazing, there is this thing called addiction to noise and roar of combustion engine, whereas when you drive electric and you look back, it's so much peaceful, quiet, more exciting. So back to the pricing. Is Tesla expensive? If you look at it from this immediate cost up front, yes it is, and no it is not. Because I like thinking long term, like 20 years and possibly longer. So in the long run, this technology is cheaper, because it's if you had to pay for electricity, it would cost you $3.50 per 100 kilometers, comparing to fossil car that needs at least $15 to travel 100 kilometers, according to the recent price of petrol. And of course, here comes the matter of maintenance. Maintenance, as you probably are aware, is very minimal, and maintenance would be mostly tires, because of the immense torque that is coming to the tires, and simple things like windscreen washer fluid. You might be laughing, but that's pretty much all. And of course, okay, there are some other things. Tesla cars have a long warranty, 8 years for battery and drivetrain, and now in Australia the warranty increased from 4 years to 8 years as well, so it's 8 years bumper to bumper warranty, which gives us a peace of mind. After those 8 years, yes, those parts can become expensive, like door handles, and anything pretty much is quite pricey, because Tesla has a monopoly on all parts. Maybe we'll see some aftermarket products in the future that will be cheaper, but at this stage they are quite expensive. Prices of solar, and this is a big one. If you are living in a house that belongs to you, or you are paying mortgage, then it makes a huge sense to, even if you had to borrow money for solar, to get it, because it's much higher return on investment than you would get from any bank in Australia. Let's say if you live in that house, if you plan to live in that house for at least 5 or 6 years, then it makes a huge sense to put solar panels on the roof, because in this climate, where else if not in Australia, guys, to put solar panels on the roof? And even if you are renting, there are ways. Ask your landlord if he would be willing to compromise, and if he would be willing to put solar panels on the roof, if you plan to live in that house for a while. So long term, guys, always think long term. It's amazing how much people who see this kind of ask questions, and I'm so glad people ask questions, because they want to know, they're curious how this works, this electric vehicle. And many people, of course, first thing, or one of the first, is how much it is. So of course, if you are willing to pay higher price up front and then see the results of saving, and just simple thing like not having to think about actually traveling and having to stop at petrol station and fill up expensive fuel, it's a very different experience in this, isn't it?
Beside washing the window and having a coffee.
That's right, yes. So like Hannah and I, when we go somewhere, we now enjoy more food. We more enjoy good food now than before, because we think, oh well, we didn't have to pay for petrols, and
so we spend the same money but on food.
On food, yeah. So it's definitely more freedom in thinking, oh, let's go there, let's go here, let's go over there, like road trips, just traveling and not having to think about any fuel, because we basically run this car for free now. It's not costing us
Prepaid.
yeah, we've prepaid it in terms of solar, because we've been putting money in solar for 5 years, expanding, and that allowed us to get this beautiful technology on wheels. Okay guys, and last thing, I'll mention it anyway, the luxury car tax, or LCT, in this country, I believe it's going to be phased out this year. So if this is true, there'll be more opportunities for people to rethink this idea of getting into electric car, because luxury car tax is very high, and it will hopefully attract more people if this LCT is scrapped and out the window this year. If you are looking for a Tesla or any other electric car of that matter, you can buy second-hand, of course. You will avoid luxury car tax. In my previous videos, I mentioned this referral code that you can put in, but that of course applies you get benefits only when you buy new car from Tesla showroom. You can buy second-hand and not have to pay luxury car tax, of course, to save money. But then of course, if you prefer new one, go and book Tesla test drive, and then a car with some interesting incentives, either store credit or free supercharging for lifetime of your vehicle. Guys, if you would like to know more about this revolution that is happening around the world in terms of transportation and sustainable energies, come on down to Noosa EV Expo on Saturday 12th of May, which is exactly 7 days away today. And there'll be lots of private owners as well as exhibitors that will be able to answer any questions you may have, because we can only do so much in these videos. So guys, thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe. Click on that bell notification next to subscribe button, so you will be notified about all upcoming videos. And Hannah and I are looking forward to meeting you at Noosaville on Saturday 12th of May between 10 and 2 p.m. Remember, be there on time. Energy Minister Mark Bailey will open that expo at 10 o'clock. Bye for now.
Bye bye.